I had to break this puppy out again today. Twice in one day. I just found out through a source that today is also Macaroni Pop's birthday. Hi, Mikey. Happy birthday. He's a sexy man. But he does not like my kind. But I love him anyway. I so can't wait to meet you, Mike. And I hope you have a really good day today. And I hope things go better for you. I need to call you. Maybe I'll call you. Oops, my hat disappeared. Oh, where'd my hat go? There it is. Wait. We're going to try to call him. I have it under Macaroni Pop in my phone. Will he answer? I don't know. He's probably at work. If he's smart, he would have took his birthday off. You're not supposed to work on your birthday. And my hat keeps vanishing. Oh well. I think I'm going to have to talk to his machine. I'm going to turn my hat off. Because it ain't working half the time anyway. Oh, I got to leave a message. Happy birthday, Mike! I'm making a video as I talk. So, yeah, look on the tube later because you're going to see my dorky self talking to you. Now I'm going to go. I'm going to continue on and do a vlog. Bye. Okay, now I'm going to vlog. Let me put this back down. I only want to heck it up because the hat might go out of screen. The Humper's doctor's appointment. The Humper needs a new hip. His hip is bad. They only checked his worst side because the doctor's like, did they take a whole pelvis where he could see the other side? Because he's curious to see how bad the other side is. But he says since that's not hurting him so bad right now, he's just concentrating on the one that's in pain. The hip joint, I mean, instead of being smooth and round and like pretty, it's got big hooks and crap, and oh, it's not pretty. The doctor said out of a 1 to 10, you're about a 9.5. That ain't very good. He's like, you will be seeing me soon. He said, you're the one that has to finally say when you've had enough of the pain. He's going to attempt to go on a trip to Arkansas in May. He's going to try to find something that he could sit on that his hip don't hurt so bad on. And then in June, he's going to call the doctor and go back, or when he gets back from his trip, he's going to call the doctor, tell him he wants to set up an appointment and go through what happens, and he will have hip replacement surgery. He is bummed about it. I did some vlogging about this on my camera, but my camera's in the car, so he's a little freaked out about it because that was his worst fear going there. What if they tell me I have to have a hip replacement? And that's pretty much exactly what happened. I said, would cortisone help him? And he says the stage that my dad's hip is in, if he wanted to go on a 4 or 5 day trip, he'd have to, because to get it into the hip, they have to go to the hospital to do hip injections of cortisone. And he said that might help that, he said, but it wouldn't last more than 4 or 5 days. He said it's so advanced right now that his hip's jacked up, people. Yeah. So he got the pamphlets on, and, you know, at first the doctor's like, you can wait 6 months to a year if you want to. You're the one that's got to handle with the pain. And I'm like, Dad, you ain't waiting that long. I said, when you get back from this trip with Grandma, we're calling the doctor and going to make you an appointment. Because that way you have the summer to heal. The doctor said he'd be in the hospital for 2 or 3 days. 1 or 2 days. We'll say 2 days. And then he'll come home and he'll be on a walker for about a couple weeks. And then he'll go to a cane. He said, you know, once the healing from the surgery is done, he says, you will feel a lot better. And I said, you should do it now so you can have one healthy, good feeling hip before your other one goes out. Because more than likely, the other one's going to have to be done down the line. So he's all like, I can't believe I've only been retired 2 years and I have to get a new hip. And I said, Dad, both your brothers got cancer and died. You just need a new hip. That's not that bad. You know, it's not that bad. He goes, yeah, you're right. I said, look at Peggy. She has to have brain surgery. Getting a hip's not that bad. So that's what we're going to, his birthday's, everybody, the Humper's birthday is on June 15th. That's when the Humper's birthday is. He'll be 66 this year. And I said, well, for your birthday, hopefully you'll have a new hip. Come on now, that's a cool birthday present. Who gets a new hip for their birthday? Not very many people. So this summer is going to be interesting. He's like, do you plan on mowing the yard? I said, yeah, I've mowed the yard many times before. I said, with the hip hurting as bad as it is now, you couldn't do it anyway. You'd be in pain and you would, oh, it's just a mess. It's going to be an interesting summer. Yeah. He said, that means you got to take care of me. I said, I'm going to put you in the home. Oh, he's freaked out. I'm going to actually get ready to go read his literature he got. But he seemed to like the doctor. He's like, yeah, he seems like a cool guy. I love Dr. Balin. I really do. He's awesome. And, so that was our day today. So his worst fear of going to the doctor happened. He's freaking out a little bit. He's going to take some test drives in the next few weekends and see different things he can set on to help his hip. Like get one of those, a pillow. He wants to try a pillow. Then he wants to try one of those inflatable donut things. Then he wants to try this thing called a wedge. The neighbor lady was talking about that you sit your hip up on. And he said even if he can go a couple hours without so much pain that he can get out and walk around, he said he can do that. But right now, people, 20 minutes and he's about ready to get out of the car. He's whining. The day that Lizzie and I took him home, oh, he was F-wording it, people. He was, I just called and talked to Lizzie, and she's like, I knew something was wrong, because he was a grouch that day. He was in pain. So, yeah. So, the Humper's hip is not so good. After that, I went back to work and got the paper done and got home about an hour ago. Got home, talked to Dad for a bit. I said, did you call Grandma and tell her? Yeah, I called her. Larry, the boyfriend, said that he offered to do the surgery for him and give him a hip out of one of the cows out of his house. I could put a cow hip in you. I do not know about him. He was here this morning when I went to work. Oh, the lottery ticket thing. Y'all wanted to know about that. Okay. Here's what Dad did. You saw the lottery ticket. He got him several lottery tickets, like a $5 ticket and a $2 ticket and $1 tickets, and had a stack of them to give him for his birthday. He put this one on the very bottom of the stack. And so he gave them to him at the bar at the Legion, and he was scratching them off, and he didn't get any winners at all. Which is very unusual. Usually out of a stack of them, you see it win at least $1 or something. But no, he was a loser. Then he gets that one and he scrapes it off. And he couldn't see the one thing really well because the lighting in the bar isn't good. And Larry's like, I'm a loser. And Dad's like, really? And he picked up the card. He starts scratching a little bit. He goes, Larry, I think there's 3 $20,000 things on here. My cousin Roy grabbed it and said, I'll go in the kitchen and look because there's really good light in the kitchen. So he goes in and he goes, Larry, this really does say 3 $20,000 winners. And, because my cousin Roy did not know it was fake either. So he was getting a little excited too. So Roy took it back to Larry, and Larry looked at it, he goes, oh my God, it is! So he said, he asked the bartender to read the back of the card because it was in the light. Well, he goes, no, I need to cash it in. And Dad's like, I think you got to mail those in to get the money. I just don't think that amount of money you can just go and cash in. So the bartender started reading where he has to send it to get his money, and like here's what the back of the card says. How to play. It tells you how to play it. Claiming instructions. Winning tickets of $10,000 or more must submit claim form by mail. Claim form submitted by Santa Claus. All winning tickets must be validated by the Tooth Fairy and conform to her game rules. Winning prizes may not be claimed anywhere, so forget about it. All winners are losers and must have an excellent sense of humor. Oh, yes. Larry said, oh, I owe you one, buddy. And so today when he was over, I'm like, hey, I heard you want some money. And he goes, ho, ho, ho. He thought it was funny, but I guess it is kind of a cruel trick to play on somebody. But it worked out perfectly. The plan worked perfect. I still have 4 of those things left. Yeah. But yeah, that's the lottery ticket story. I wish I would have had that on camera. Honestly, that would have been awesome. Alright, now I have to go, because I'm going to call Peggy and tell her about the whole doctor's appointment. Which, Peggy, if you watch this video, you're going to hear it all over again. Bye.